In a revelation that underscores the creative interplay between two of the 1960s most iconic bands, Paul McCartney has confirmed that the Beatles' 1968 hit Back in the USSR was crafted as a deliberate parody of the Beach Boys, while also drawing inspiration from Chuck Berry.
Here are the Beach Boys.
The track, the energetic opener to the Beatles, commonly known as the White Album, showcases McCartney's knack for blending homage with innovation, reflecting the mutual admiration and rivalry between the British and American rock giants. McCartney, one half of the Beatles' legendary songwriting duo, openly discussed the song's origins in a 1984 interview, stating, "I wrote that as a kind of Beach Boys parody, and Back in the USA was a Chuck Berry song, so it kind of took off from there." The track mirrors the surf rock harmonies and upbeat vibe of the Beach Boys classics like California Girls, while its title and lyrical references nod to Berry's 1959 hit Back in the USA. McCartney further explained his playful intent. "I just liked the idea of Georgia girls and talking about places like the Ukraine as if they were California, you know?" This tongue-in-cheek approach infused the song with a light-hearted cross-cultural charm. The creation of Back in the USSR also had a geopolitical undertone. Written during the Beatles' 1968 retreat in Rishikesh, India, where they studied transcendental meditation alongside Beach Boys member Mike Love, the song was partly inspired by Love's suggestion to include references to Russian girls. McCartney saw it as a way to connect with Soviet fans during the Cold War, noting, "It was also hands across the water, which I'm still conscious of. 'Cause they like us out there, even though the bosses in the Kremlin may not. The kids do." This subtle outreach made the song a cultural bridge, despite sparking controversy among conservative groups like the John Birch Society, who misread its playful tone as pro-Soviet propaganda. Musically, Back in the USSR stands out for its unconventional recording process. During the White Album sessions, tensions within the Beatles led to Ringo Starr briefly leaving the band, prompting McCartney to take up the drums with John Lennon on bass and George Harrison contributing guitar. McCartney later reflected, "I'm sure it pissed Ringo off when he couldn't quite get the drums, and I sat in." The result was a punchy, raw track that captured the band's experimental spirit. The song's creation also highlights the profound influence of Brian Wilson, the Beach Boys' creative force, whose recent passing on June 11, 2025, at age 82, marked a somber moment for music fans. Wilson's innovative work on albums like Pet Sounds inspired the Beatles, with McCartney citing God Only Knows as his all-time favorite song, saying it reduces me to tears every time I hear it. This mutual inspiration drove both bands to push creative boundaries, with Pet Sounds influencing Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band and Back in the USSR, reflecting the Beach Boys' harmonic style. Despite its light-hearted origins, Back in the USSR remains a testament to the Beatles' ability to blend humor, cultural commentary, and musical innovation. Its enduring popularity underscores the lasting impact of the creative rivalry between the Beatles and the Beach Boys, two bands that shaped the sound of a generation.